Here at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. Ryan Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Charlotte. He fields it from the 8. Good work so far. He's got room. An effort there sets him up almost at midfield. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. Not oftentimes, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Gets him downfield. This is Thomas. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. On play action, here's Williams. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. Second and 18 coming up. Out of the gun, here's Williams. It's taken in by Romadunze. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down Bears.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Looks like they're going option keeper on first and 10. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be second and 8.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Here's Swift on second down. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Panthers nothing.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Set to return. Here's Anaya Smith. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Play action now, Young. He'll try and run this. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Carolina.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Hubbard again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Back to the ground they go. Hubbard. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Brings up second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Young working from the gun. Cuts. This is Xavier Leggett. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40. Shotgun snap now to Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Now Young. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, These little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm, and a nice little gain on top of it.
On third down, it's Young. Hits him on the in route. And they bring him down around the 34.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Khalif Raymond to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First down, Williams to throw. Finds the end round complete. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's another Bears.
Plays per game. The pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, here's Swift. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That stop made by Derek Brown.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Swift gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Williams going to run with it. They'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly,
really quick decision. He agreed running back was going to get hit. He pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
It's a gain of 11.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Swift goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
I know from the position time.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Williams from the gun. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get 1 step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Williams with a sneak. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears get 6 more on their early advantage. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. On a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears drive their lead to 11.
Panthers 3.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here comes Xavier Leggett. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner, and this gets out to the 30. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their second try. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, it's Young. And he goes down, the Bears got him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. Oh, the football's loose. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Chicago getting set to take the field now. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking out that last touchdown.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Williams on the play action. Throw right side hauled in by Komet. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking from the gun, Williams. Has his man caught by Odunze. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Off the play fake, Williams. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Running behind center with Swift. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. 3rd and goal, it's Williams. Throw left side is hauled in by Loveland. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears grow their lead off the turnover. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, because, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears push their lead to 18.
Bears 21, Panthers 3.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. They get with a return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. This drive will begin with Hubbard. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Run again with Hubbard. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. He's going for it himself. And they'll get him down right along the line. So no gain is how we'll end the opening quarter. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. Bit of an early blowout, 21-3. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. And they've left their offense out there, and they're going for this on 4th down. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
So first down from the 41. Escapes a defender. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First down, Panthers.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down now, ball at the 33. Now it's Young. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Young looking to throw. Pulled in by Tommy Tremble. And they take him down right along the 30.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
To the air, on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. Keeps away from one. This makes it up to the 25. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Completed over the middle. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Now here's Williams. He's going to tuck it and run. By a man, he's in the clear. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
First down from the 42. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
19 more yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
First down, Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Running with Swift out of the gun. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears make it a 3-possession game. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bears grow the lead now to 22 points.
Panthers 6.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this down to 26. The Panther offense headed field. Have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drew a deep one to end their last drive with points. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Play action now. Young. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Young working from the gun. And they get to him again. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
On 4th down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away. Raymond on the return. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying grounded with Swift. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
3rd down here. Need 8 on the play. Third and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get it into Colston Loveland. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
The Panthers get going again once more on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Carolina offense to the line. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this 1st down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Young's going to sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
To the air on first down. Young. Bears getting close, and they're going to take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. Young to throw it. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up fourth and long.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. Has it at the 37. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bears and Roma Dunze headed back out on offense. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. Out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Going to run again with Swift. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Here's Williams. He set up the screen here to Swift. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On play action, Williams. And he's got Khalif Raymond. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now give to Swift. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. Williams from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Just couldn't find Roma Dunze there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Pass brought in by Burton. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
1st and goal, Swift. And he's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. He picks up 6. They're going to have 2nd and goal at the 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Back to Swift. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. From the 5-yard line after the loss, 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Williams. That is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears ballooning the first half lead even further. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears grow their lead yet again.
Bears 35, Panthers 6.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Panthers set to take the field. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
So it'll be 2nd and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium, though. Stick around. Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, Young. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Williams on first down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. This is Swift. Has some room to work. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears boat racing them to the halftime locker room. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears continue piling on to this lead.
Panthers 6.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Legance with a return here. He dodged the tackle. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Carolina offense headed out now. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Young throwing here. That's the line, he's going to run for it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Carolina in punt formation. Khalif Raymond set to return. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. Pulled in at the 20. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. 1st down throw by Williams. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that'll be 1st down Chicago.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He'll throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the 2nd half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great 1st half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out come the Panthers. Their offense has it first here to start quarter number 3. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. Short pickup to their own 31. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now. They need 7. Young looking to throw. This is a heater going deep. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. To the air on third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack brings the offense to fourth down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. He has it at the 33. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First down, Williams to throw. Lays out left side and gets it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said of how long that gain was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
First down, Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it sets up second down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't honed the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down Bears.
And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
First down, here's Swift. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Here's Swift on second down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for first and 10.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Running behind center with Swift. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for another Chicago Bears.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
They go with Mananga here. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Williams will look to throw. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks, doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears push their lead further to start the half. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack, because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears continue adding on to that lead.
Bears 49, Panthers 6.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He gets with a return here. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 26-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kobe Bryant has it. And the Bears will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Here come the Bears back out on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. A give right side for Swift. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. On the ground with Swift. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Again, it's going to be Swift. And he gets in, touchdown! The Bears parlay the interception into points. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears tack on 7 more to their lead.
Panthers 6.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Now Young. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. Called in left side. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Pass complete to Hubbard. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Again, it's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Trying on this fourth down. It's Young. Got his man. This is McMillan. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on fourth down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
First down, Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
A second down throw for Young. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here's Young again. Tremble with the grab. And this one doesn't go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
They're going for it, Young. Oh, no, they get him yet again. That is Kyler Gordon. And the Bears get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that. Every defensive preaches it, but when you could score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge, huge results for your team.
The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And their offense has been playing at an extremely high level as this has become a runaway quickly. They've scored each of their last 2 times out. Now it's Manunga. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They run with Swift. And a nice stop here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down at the 30. They get 19 on that pickup. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Williams gonna run with it. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
16 more yards. That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought in their defensive minds that the QB can run at any time.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
At the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Second down now, they need 7. On play action, Williams. And he scores. It is a Chicago touchdown. The Bears continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
63, Panthers 6.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He gets with a return here. Jukes away from 1. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
And look at this, 9 yards on a nice 1st down run.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. They run again with Hubbard. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
To the air on 1st down, Young. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Young to throw here on third. That's caught by Hubbard. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. That's fourth down now.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Going to run again with Swift. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright.
He was tackled.
He got 5, and now it's going to be third down and 3.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Extra DB out there for the Panthers. Third down. Williams from the gun. Oh, he's going to run for it. Williams hit, that ball's out. But it appears that the Bears were able to get their paws on that one, so they're keeping the football.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. On the give, it's Swift. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate. Right? When you make a stop like that on first down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Williams off the play fake. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
This is one of those plays you're going to see on tape this week, I guarantee it. Not because of the catch, but because of the effort. Lays out and brings in the off-target throw.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Devin Boyd on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Off the play fake, Williams. Throw left side finds Burden. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it third and 2.
Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Another guy gets it off his own read. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be fourth and short.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a third and short stop.
So on fourth down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. This from 48 on the left hash. Santos' kick is good. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He gets with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Panthers set to take the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Young working from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he reaches the 35 before going out. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
All set to go now from the 35. First and 10, it's Hubbard. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Finds him on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Complete to number 18. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. And he goes down. The Bears got him. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. To the ground, it's Manungai. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Now run it with Manungai. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Manungai with it. until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
1st and 10 from the 32. Williams gonna run with it. Here he goes again! He brushed him off with ease. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Well, you really see the quarterback change here, don't you, Kate? From a quarterback to a running back as soon as he gets to the open space. Once he kept the ball and got beyond the line, his athleticism took over, and he pulled away to rip off a huge chunk yard run.
With Madden here. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. We have an injured player down there. Looks like it's a member of the Panthers in some discomfort. The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Here's another for it. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning.
A 6-yard gain.
Try to pile on further. And now here's Williams. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Devin Lloyd making the play. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. And that's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Young. He's got a man left. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Young. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Yet again, but this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Young. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Again, it's Young. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Take it. Hey, that's your man.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking Xavier Legette's way there, and that brings up 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Their punter making his way out now. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Snap comes in slow, and they block it. Now they've got it inside the 10.
Pretty easy for all of us to just simply focus on the block, but this is one of those situations where the problem, well, you could trace it back far earlier. Yes, the snap was accurate, came out clean, but it was too slow. There was not enough velocity, so that punter was left out there hanging dry, and he paid for it.
The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. A fantastic block creates a great opportunity now as they're starting out 1st and goal. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Bears are running them out of the building. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
73, Panthers 6.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Smith on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Carolina offense headed out now. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to throw this from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Mitchell Evans on that one. So that brings up 2nd down. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, he telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because that defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right, offensively didn't get the job done, but I'm going to give a gold star to the defense. Time you make contact and you disrupt that pass, that's a job well done defensively.
35, that's on the play.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Young throwing here. Into the hands of Leggett. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. So the Bears come away with the win. And with the start they had in that 1st quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners as we say so long from Charlotte.